Good morning, Ellie. I'll go ahead and hook you up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Good morning to everybody.
Speak now while you can.
Sí.
Good morning, Giovanna. Hey, Karen. Hi.
Good morning.
Hey, Sheila. Morning, Tom.
Didn't realize I was on mute when I was telling everybody good morning.
Morning, Robbie. Good morning, Arlene. Good morning, Venerable Varahi and Venerable Tenzin Lamo.
Donna, hi.
Good to see you
Good
all.
morning.
Geshe Gellick is here.
Good morning. Yeah, Tamala there. Please
Yes.
say the prayer, please.
So we'll start with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Eyata mune mune maha muna soha. Eyata mune mune maha muna soha. Eyata mune mune maha muna soha. And now the next is Medicine Buddha versus praise and mantra. Say that 7 times. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samuha.
Estoy conectada en mi cosa.
Bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Eyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Now the 4 measurables. We'll say this 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now we have the two mantras. The first one, Chenrezig, the Buddha of Great Compassion. So we'll say his verse of praise and his mantra 8 times. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chenrezig, all sane one, I prostrate.
Oh, I just got Amala before say the mantra. No. So from with full concentrations, okay, with full concentrations, or maybe like paying full attentions, deep down from your heart, towards like Buddha of compassion, Buddha of compassions, Buddha of compassions. There are a few different versions of Buddha of compassions. 1000 of Chenrezig, 4 of Chenrezig. So there's 2 different versions of Chenrezig. The body. If you are familiar with one of those 4 arm Chenrezig or 1000 of Chenrezig, if you can bring up that image, space before you. So if you are not familiar with those images, then just visualize His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Just visualize His Holiness the Dalai Lama. What we are requesting from our deep down, from our heart, in front of Chenrezig, 4 of Chenrezig, 1000 of Chenrezig, or His Holiness Dalai Lama. What we are requesting better world, compassion to world, better world, compassion in the world. Requesting compassionate life, compassionate family, compassionate communities, compassionate countries, compassionate world. So that's what we are requesting. That's the reason, that's the only reason why we are visualizing space before you. From deep down, from our heart, with the full attentions. So then, of course, you can visualize, like friends, family members, all around you, friends, family members, people, those who are already, already no longer here with us. We can also visualize them. So to visualize, it doesn't matter side, you can even though text specifically mentions the male figure on right, left, female figure on left. So then it doesn't matter. So just visualize, your pets. Then visualize many as possible. Okay, visualize them. So then when we recite the money mantra, so then hollow white light, emitted from Chenrezig body. Then touch on your crown, hollow white light from Chenrezig body, touch on your crown. So then blessing or the blessing in the white color, the form of liquid like milk, white milks flows through the hollow light. So then dissolve through your body, so that your body is filled with that white, like liquid, which symbolize blessing or nectars, completely filled with your body. So then purify. All the physical problems, all the health issues, purify. Then together with purify pride, arrogant and pride and arrogant. Okay, so that's the meaning of the word, first word, Om, first syllable, Om, then purify. So with full attention, just imagine the hollow white light emitted from Chenrezig body and touching your crown. Then the nectar, white nectar is like milk flows through the hollow light and fill your body and together with all the beings that you're visualizing around you. Completely purify the health problems together with pride. So that's the first one. Okay, that's the first one. We say Om, so that's the first. Om. There's a first syllable. When you say first syllable, Om, the second mantra, second syllable, the color green. That's green. No? So what I'm trying to say here, not trying to match the visualization with the color, but whenever you visualize, so white, always the white as the light emitted from the body, then the red light emitted from the throat, then blue light emitted from the heart. Or you could do like 5 color, more like rainbow color, then one from navel chakra, one from secret chakras. There's 5 different spots. You can visualize white from the crown, red from the throat, blue from the heart, yellow from the navel chakra. So then secret chakra, there's like green. You can also like visualize that. So anyway, while we're visualizing that, so then while we're saying the mantra, then visualize that. That light emitted like one by one from crown, from throat, from heart, one by one. And the end then like emitted simultaneously. So then dissolve into your crown and throat, not in heart. So then simultaneously purify. all the karma that is associated with the body, speech, mind completely purify. So then you are in the end, your body become turned into crystal clear and with full attention. So I think it's good, meditation. Okay, good meditation. So then, of course, each syllables. First one, eliminate pride. The second syllable, eliminate jealousy. Then third syllables, eliminate doubt, negative doubt, negative doubt, or contaminated doubt. Then the fourth, ignorance. So then attachment, anger. So then you visualize each syllables, eliminate that, okay? So with that knowledge, if you recite the Mani Mantra, so then the recitation of the Mani Mantra could become very good meditations, and that makes your mind healthy. And of course, there will be health benefit because it purifies everything. So every negativity associated with the body. Then the speech turn your speech into something positive. That turn your mind into positive. So that's what it means: healthy body, healthy mind. Okay. So then with that visualization, then we all say Mani Mantra. So then, as I mentioned, benefit. You can count every hair, every single hair on the four-legged animal on this planet. You can count them one by one. But benefit of reciting Mani Mantra, you cannot count. So that much benefit. In Tibet, each and every person knows this Mani Mantra. We don't have a special class for children to learn this Mani Mantra, but that they learn hearing again and again mantra recited by their parents every single day. So that's how they learn. Every single Tibetan people I'm not sure of the baby, but lot of them, most of them knows this Mani Mantra. So, so then the benefiting of reciting the mantra, like I mentioned, one of the Tibetan king, Sanzen Gampo, Dharma king, who very much devoted his life to Buddha Dharma, and he rules his subject based on Dharma. So this was in Tibet a long time ago. So then another thing it mentioned in the textbooks that's composed by that very Dharma king I just mentioned, that's like 1,000-page long. In that text it mentioned, and so far I managed to only read 164, never got out of 1,000 pages. I've been saying the same number, 160 something, never. So I've like intention to read all of them, but somehow like some obstacle here there. Mainly laziness. So in that text it mentions if it rains every single day out of 360 years, out of 1 year, every single day, you can count the amount of rain that comes down, you can count them by drop. But benefit of reciting mantra, you cannot count. So that much benefit. Then same, reading, writing, or same thing, reading, writing. So then as I mentioned before, one of our member here, Tom Crofts. So Tom, you say something about the lower realm. What do you say?
I said that I like carving, but when I comes to painting, I jump into the lower realms because I'm just terrible at it.
That's not true. That's not true. So you know that in Tibet, there's also part of tradition that Tibet, that there's specific group of people they probably passed down from father to son. They carve the mantras on the rock. So people come in. If somebody passes away from your family, you come to them. So you make some offering. So then ask them, can you please do 10 pieces of money stone for my, example, for example, like my father who already passed away, can you do that? So people come, eventually they kind of piles up all this rock, like probably thousands of them, can you imagine? So then it becomes like mountains. So then people go around, it become like stupa or color, so not just typically money mantra, but not just money mantra. Some people request, Tara mantra, Samba mantra, different types of mantra. So they people carved in the piles up, and people they go around the money mantra. So any holy object that you go around, or they create a lot of merit, including the piles of money mantra they're carved by people and they're dedicated for their loved one or parents who are no longer with them. So they feel connections even after they are passed away. So that they come to that piles of mountains of money stones. They go around. They feel connected. They continuously pray. It's not just one day you cry. It's not like that. They continuously pray. Go there. So it's a beautiful tradition. So then Tham, it's not just carving, but his handwriting is really good. It's 1,000 times better than my handwriting. Writing on the stone is not that easy. So you handwrite, yeah, let's see, that's pretty good, that's really good. So that's kind of indicates something from the previous life. So carving one mantra. So then seeing the mantra, believe it or not, it kind of purifies, seeing the mantra. Even seeing the holy object with angry mind, you still get benefit. You still get benefit. Even looking at the holy object with angry mind, you still get benefit. Power of the object, you still get benefit. So then, sometimes it's called like tong tol means you just liberated just by seeing. You are just liberated. I'm not sure about completely liberated from samsara, but you are liberated by just seeing. So that means that person probably created so much merit, so much merit day and night. So then all this positive energy kind of manifested. When people see them, immediately they feel very good. They feel just kind of like, oh, they feel something. Because the amount of merit they created day and night, for many lifetimes from before this. For Tibetan people, like seeing His Holiness makes them, you cannot explain. It makes them so happy. To the point, probably if they die tomorrow, they have no regret, like that much. So the amount of merit these people, His Holiness created. So that's called ku, means body. Tong means see, tol means liberate. We just liberate just by seeing, or maybe inspire so much that you inspire so much by just being present of that person. Oh, see. So anyway, so it's the mantra, the mantra has so much benefit. So it's just so easy to learn, so easy to say, and what could go wrong? Nothing. That's how you say, or manipulate, that's how you say, So at least to make your mind, make your life more compassionate. So then reciting money mantra, then you will receive the blessing from Chenrezig. Of course, Chenrezig put so much energy into that mantra. So whoever recites that mantra will develop compassion, which will heal you and heal everybody. So compassion is now 21st century. The compassion is badly needed. No matter which corner of the world you look, there's always problems. Lack of compassion. There's no enough compassion. There's more greed, anger, jealousy, greed for power, positions, wealth, creates so much problem. There's no enough compassion. So that's our moral responsibility to spread the message of compassion based on the money mantra. So that's our moral responsibility. So then you are contributing for the better world every single day. If you meditate on money mantra, while you recite the money mantra, you are contributing for the better world. So that the amount of energy or merit that you created reciting money mantras, so that will manifest through your body, spirit, mind. It will manifest to your body, spirit, mind. So then nobody has to worry about your presence on this planet. Nobody has to worry about your presence on this planet because you are not going to hurt anybody. Because you are practicing compassion, compassion. So that practice will boost your practice of bodhicitta. It will remove all the obstacles that you may face to practice bodhicitta. That will take care. Not just that, it will also increase the practice of your bodhicitta. It will be increased by meditating on compassion based on using the money mantra as instructions how to meditate on compassion. Okay. Compassion is very important at the beginning. It's very important in the middle. It's very important. Even though you are enlightened, it's still very important. Tonda person to catch your tongue in the beginning, part in the middle, tama in the end. You always needed compassion in order to succeed. In order to succeed, helping other sentient beings, you need compassion. Without compassion, we cannot help others. Without compassion, you cannot help yourself. Without compassion, you cannot help yourself. That's why you need to approach to yourself and of course to other people with very gentle mindset. That's compassion. You cannot be critical about yourself. You are not going to make any success. You are not going to make any progress in mental development. You cannot make any progress in mental development if you be critical to yourself. That's what Lama Tsongkhapa said, Rangi, Rangla, Shaze, Chedepchis. Rangi means to yourself, Rangi, Rangla. You to yourself. Shasa means like compassion. Then you talk through. You can't just criticize all the time. You have to have compassion. Towards yourself. Otherwise, there'll be no healing. Every healing part, the compassion is needed. When you are thinking to heal, compassion needed. When you are healing yourself, your compassion needed. When you already heal yourself, you still need compassion. Rangi, Rangla, Shaze, Tredi. That's I found that's very critical piece of teachings that Lama Tsongkhapa said. Rangi, Rangla. To yourself. Shatsa means with compassionate approach. That's how you talk to yourself, not with a critical mind. Nothing good comes out of that. Nothing good comes. Compassion. In order for you to heal, you need compassion. In order for you to think to heal other people, you need compassion. So Mani mantra is all about compassion. It's all about compassion. Then of course, there's obstacles, arrogance, jealousy, ignorance, anger, attachments, doubt, all of that become obstacles in order for you to heal. So then reciting Mani mantra will take care of that. So easy to learn, just visualize, no need to rush. Of course, there's a couple of different ways to say the mantra. But so that's usually is like refers to if you're doing some retreat. So then there's some instructions how the mantra should be said, and how fast, how slow, how loud, all of that. So here is not that important. You just say Om. So then think, then Ma. So then think, Ni. So then you can also visualize color based on the Mani mantra color. You can visualize that same colors emitting from Chenrezig body, hollow light. Then nectar flows from there, same like color. It's okay. Okay, so that's how the Mani mantra, so easy to learn. So I think it's like great lost if you don't learn. People need to learn importance of compassion and how to develop that, how to develop the compassion. It's badly needed, that people like based on a sense of insecurity or based on fear, based on jealousy, pride, that people hurting people. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's like if you really sit down, take deep breath. Deep breath.
Deep breath, Islam.
Breath.
Breath.
Yeah, if you take your time, sit down and take deep breath, then really think deep down from your mind. Why? For what purpose? For what purpose? For what purpose? What kind of achievement? Based on what kind of achievement? What kind of purpose? People hurt people. Of course, like at least something that you can do from your side. At least you can do something from your side. So make sure that you don't hurt. Like, make sure that your presence on this planet, your presence on this planet doesn't become source of fear for other people. That's something you can do. Make sure that your presence on this planet, I'm not sure like how long, like 20 years in my case. So you can make sure that 20 years that we are present on this planet, make sure that nobody gets hurt and nobody has to be fear of your presence on this planet. So that's something you can do. And you can share. That's something you can share with other people. So then that's the meaning of your life. That's the meaning of your life. Otherwise, like every day reading news, so it's kind of like, so now we do what we can do. So we recite Chenrezig mantra and try to increase our, the compassions. So then we look at other people with eyes of compassion rather than eyes of judgmental, jealousy, pride, anger, attachment. We simply hope, very much hope from deep down from our heart that we can look at other people with eyes of compassion. So that's the whole point about reciting Mani Mantra, okay? It's to be compassionate. And your life will be better, much better. Why not? If compassion is present in your heart all the time, how come that your life will not get better? Definitely your life will be much, much better off. Much, much better off. So that does not mean that you can please every single being out there. That's not the point, Even though you get enlightened, you are not going to please every being out there. Why? It's complicated. It's complicated because we have different interests, different way of thinking, different perceptions. We see things differently. We see same object, we see differently. You may see it's very attractive and somebody sees very disgusting. Everything that, every experience that we experience is the manifestation of our mind. Nature of that mind is totally empty. You can touch, you cannot see. You cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot draw. There's nothing to see. All the problems in our life is the manifestations of our mind, our perceptions manifestation of our perceptions. So that very perception, so based on the condition that cause, you could say karma, it's kind of complicated. That's why the point is not, to please everything. That's probably not going to happen. Not going to happen because it's kind of complicated. Long as from your side, whomever you approach from your side is 100% sure that you are not going to harm them. There's something you can do. And there's something you can motivate every single day. There's something you can motivate. So make sure that my presence on this planet, maybe next 20 years, at least contribute something. Make sure it doesn't destroy anything, contribute something. So then, of course, your life will be better up. Of course, because you are practicing compassion. You are thinking about compassion. You are approaching to yourself with the compassion. You are approaching with other persons, your husband, your wife, your kids, your pets, your partner. You are approaching with compassion attitude. Of course, you could heal that person's compassion. Kanshi tsenyi gyave longdo punzo de saben dana pela chundu yurido longjen nala memba dobo dijiba tishin dagi toma nyingje debar chis. Typically, when you write a text, you homage to deities, Manjushri, Chenrezig, Shakyamuni, Buddha, Buddhas, and Bodhisattva. Chandakriti, when he wrote, entering into the middle way, Abhidhamma, Madhyamaka Avatara text, entering into middle way, that text, in the very beginning of that text, Chandakriti prays to compassion, saying that you are like as a rich soil. Without rich soil, you cannot grow anything. Kanshi tsini gyave logdo punzo dis. Gyave logdo refers to fully enlightenment. It's like tree. It's like tree. Without seed, that tree will not grow. Without seed, that tree will not grow. Without rich soil, that tree will not grow. That means this Buddha nature will not grow if there's no rich soil, fertilizer, water. Is compassion. It's like seed. Sabetan, Pella Chunda Unitus. So then it grows to rich soil, fertilizer, all the proper conditions, water, weather, all of that. So then when it grows, it still need to care with the compassion. When it fully grow, so then other people can enjoy whatever the fruit that my tree might provide, enjoy. So this is exactly like that. This exactly. So you are working now. You are thinking how to develop compassion based on reciting Mani Mantra for yourself and for other beings. That tree will grow. And it will grow in the full potential. It will produce so much fruit. So then other can enjoy. Other can enjoy. Not like this physical body may not able to may not see the tree, but your consciousness primordial consciousness will experience or will see that. Yeah. So that's exactly what I mean. Because you are doing something to nurture that seed and hoping that seed will grow in fullest level. So there's no compassion. Kajitini develop the punto de Sabetani Pella Churi Longenella, Mimbata Buddhism, Tijindaki, Tomani in the very beginning, Chantakidesi, I praise to compassion. Praise to compassion. So we have seed. So that's important, okay? So Chantakidesi said very clearly, without compassion, nothing will grow. So life will not grow in its full potentials, even though we do have, as I mentioned last Wednesday night, so need to recognize something very holy sitting in your body, Buddha nature. Don't say there is diamond. There inside there's diamond. Because it's temporarily covered by all this dirt, can see, but need to connect with that diamond, or need to have faith. Don't ever say, oh, I'm not worth it, or my life has no meaning, I can't do this, and I'm like bad persons. These are all obstacles. All obstacles. The compassion, there's something you can practice. Don't ever say that you cannot practice. There's obstacles. And first of all, there's not correct. It's mistake. It's mistake. Then you argue with yourself why you believe that. What kind of evidence that you have that you are not worth it? What kind of evidence? So that's why the debate is important, debating. Don't just believe, your ego say, you are bad. Don't just believe the debate. Why you are bad? Why? You need to have debate. Not just debate, profound debate. You need to have debate. You can't just bow down to your ego. Oh, okay, yes, that you say I'm a bad person. I believe you, 100% believe you with my blind eye. I 100% believe you that I am bad. You have to have debate. Something very holy in our life. So need to recognize that very clearly, Based on that, you cannot say that I can become enlightened. You cannot say I cannot become enlightened. Yeah, it's a hard idea, it's kind of hard. So once in a while you wonder like, oh, maybe liberation is possible. Yeah, makes sense why you wonder. It's not that easy. It doesn't mean it's impossible. So anyway, sorry, there's so much been said. So the reciting Mani mantra, so it's a lot of benefit because it's like meditating on compassion, which is the source of, which is the essence, one of the essence of the Buddha's teaching, compassion, okay? So then every day you bow down to compassion, you praise to compassion, you take homage, compassion, you take refuge in compassion. So that's the good thing to do. So then of course your life will be better up. Your life will be better up. You'll have more friends because you are compassionate, you're kind. You're compassionate, you're kind. Okay. Oh yeah. So then with that, sorry, now recite recite the Mani mantra.
So let's say the Mani mantra 21 times.
Oh, yeah. Then please, all my friends, meditate. Okay, meditate.
So
Meditate.
let's say the first three.
And please, meditate means heal. Heal from arrogance, pride, heal from jealousy, heal from doubt, heal from ignorance, heal from attachment, heal from anger, and just also heal other beings too, not just yourself, okay?
So we'll say it 21 times, the first three out loud and the last one out loud. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh, Mani Padme.
Om Mani Padme Hum. The next one is the verse of praise and mantra for green Tara. Tare liberates from psychic existence. Tutare liberates from all fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator Mother Tara. Say with 7 of those. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 So now we'll see the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Sanje choda tsoji chonam la chancho monon dane. Dage chushenje me sonanje no lam henya danje no sanje choda tsoji chonam la chancho monon. Dage chushenje me sonanje no lam henya danje no sanje choda tsoji chonam la chancho monon dane dage chushenje. So now what time it is?
There's about 30, 35 minutes to go, Geshe-la. Geshe-la, there was a question from a student who was responding to, the quote that we had from you in the bulletin this week about working not just for this life, but for future lives. So the student's question is, how do you know there is a next life? I think maybe it is just wishful thinking, just like heaven.
Yeah, wishful thinking is good to have wishful thinking. We should have many wishful thinking. That's good. That's good news. Need to go back to very beginning of this life, not beginning. I mean, life with this body. So we can now obviously go. We all agree. People in Asia, in the West, we all agree how this life. So maybe, I'm not sure, like that's for some medical term, so I'm not sure, like, so go back to the very beginning, how this life began. 9 months, 10 days, according to Abhidharma Kosha. I'm not sure here in the West how long we've been remains in mother's womb. How long?
That's about right. 9 months.
So there's a process. We don't remain like this with whole cloth. We don't remain like this in the mother's womb with the cloth and like this, sophisticated, talking, thinking, not like that. How, when we became, like how we came to mother's womb, how? We have any idea how we came there? That's a big question, needs to answer, how we came there. You talk about mother's egg, then father's sperm. Just forget about Buddhism, just set aside, Think of a practical level. What do you say, like how you came there, how? You came like this? Probably not. We all agree you don't come like this. You become like this, you don't come like this in your mother's womb. This all developed within the mother's womb, and there's a process how it developed. So then the consciousness, that's what they call primordial. Primordial
Yes.
primordial consciousness. The very first one. According to Buddhism, this whole life begins. It's all right? It will begin from the between mother's eggs and father's sperm. It will dissolve back to that time of death. So when it began like that, then now think in practical level. Probably you could say there's a subtle body, very, very subtle body, very energy that rises on primordial consciousness is riding on. You could say there's subtle body, it's a very subtle one. Where that come from? Then the primordial consciousness that's riding on that energy, where that come from? Now you explain there. So you go back there to practical level. You go back there. How this life began? This body used to be part of mother's egg and part of father's sperm. Not all of it, part of it become that. And the very end, that's very thick. Some sperm, even though there's only one part that become. Now you look. Now you can see eggs, and then can you imagine that's your body? Yeah, that was your body. Do you see any clue that your body is there? No, there's no clue. You cannot deny, oh, that's not my body. You can't deny because there's no clue. So that is your body. That's how it's been developed. That we all, Buddhist, science, modern science, we all agree that's how life began. So now now the question is like, are you that sperm or egg or what? How you explain? Now talk about that. Now have debate. Are you egg, mother's egg, or the combination of mother's egg and father's sperm? That's you. Now everything has to come from somewhere. Everything has to come from somewhere. You cannot deny that. Everything has to come from somewhere. So now where you come from? Oh, so that's the logic in Buddhism. That's the logic. The question arises that needs to answer. Somehow they need to answer. So that very primordial consciousness has the cause because it is consciousness. That's the logic they use. Dharma Kiti, epistemology text. In that text, there's many logic. So there's very much debated in the monastery. They call epistemology. This all talks about, there's a lot of like different types of logic. One of them is like the child that just born, that consciousness, primary consciousness, it has causes by another consciousness because it is consciousness. That's the logic they use. So now, what kind of logic that other side has? Oh, there's no life before this, there's no life after that. What kind of logic that you have to back that idea? Or maybe back that wishful thinking? You could say like, I'm not sure what kind of like valid logic, what kind of logic you have, or there's just wishful thinking. There's not really, it's like heaven is also not, the problem is the way we describe heaven. And a lot of people have no clue. And they just make it like more like there's cause. There's how you go to heaven. There's cause. You don't just go there with just wish or desire. Everybody has desire. That's not how you go there. You will be born there with some cause and condition, some cause that needs to be caused. Yeah, there are different level of heavens. That's not what Buddhist practitioners want to go. They want to liberate. They don't want to go there. That's not their wish to go to heaven. It's not their wish. Their wish is for enlightenment and liberations. It's not some temporary heaven to go there, So it's not their wish. So yeah, so the wishful thinking. So what kind of logic that will back up that kind of as a concept or idea? And so they need to debate. It's not like right or wrong, that we are smart, we have this marvelous brain, we need to debate. You need to welcome any kind of like idea, you need to welcome. You can say, oh, like we don't talk because you are against Buddha's teaching. No, we are not going to talk. It's not, that's not right things. We invite all kinds of ideas, then basically you debate and see the debate will figure it out. Whether there's life before this or life after that, the debate, so the question, Q&A. That's how you do Q&A. Buddha give us full freedom to analyze. You don't accept because Buddha says so. No, you analyze. It doesn't make sense. What do? Don't just deny. Have an open mind, debate. Have open mind. Don't just deny, oh, that's against Buddha's teaching, we don't talk. That's not good. You have to have open mind and you have to debate. And you talk Q&A, you ask question, answer, then that's what's called debate, you debate. So then maybe you will learn, I will learn something, maybe you may have something to say, oh, this is just wishful thinking, or there's no life after that. So I may have something to say based on what I learned, maybe based on what you learn, then we debate. So if somebody says, oh, Snow Mountain is blue, you can say that person is crazy, even though it sounds like crazy. You need to debate, you need to prove how the Snow Mountain is blue. You have to prove. Because I see blue when I wear the some form of sunglass. Probably you are seeing through glass. Maybe it's not blue. It's like see blue because of your eyeglass. So probably need to take that eyeglass out and look it again. So the debate, open mind and debate, that's the best way to learn. Open mind and debate. Oh no, people can have their opinions. There's nothing wrong. So what I just said is like from the Buddhist point of view, first moment of consciousness between mother's egg and father's sperm, there is consciousness. It's called primordial,
Primordial.
That will take probably eons me to learn this word, primordial consciousness. The very first consciousness. It is caused by some other consciousness because it is consciousness. Very flower that you see in your garden caused by some other seed. That very seed is caused by another seed because it is seed. Anything that's seed, it has caused by some other seed. Therefore, the seed has no beginning. But it will end if you burn. Ability to produce now is finished because you already burn. So consciousness has no beginning, but there's end. There's end when you liberate it. So then, So anyway, open mind debate. Open mind debate is very good. Q&A. So that's the logic I just shared with you. So you need to think. That's how me as a Buddhist, that's how I think based on that logic. So everything has to come from something. Otherwise, then there's no order. Like then maybe tree in your backyard, tree can become maybe someday human. Why not? A vegetable that you use now, maybe someday become your pet. Why not? No reason. Or you may become the vegetable that you use. You may someday become table, somebody else's table. So there's no need to debate. No need to debate. Okay, debate. Any other? So thank you very much for bringing this up. It's not. So now when the scientists say, I said, what they call like, now they talk about multiple universe. Aren't they searching life on red planet now at the moment?
Mars.
Yeah, Mars. They're looking for clue of there's life.
That's right.
I'm not sure, 250 years ago, do we believe that we can go there? Do we even have any clue that Mars exists? Because we are educated, we learn, we human learn everything, we learn, and now, not just there, so there's people, they're sending something there and looking. Yeah, so I don't blame you. Sometimes I also wonder, like, so the distance between here to Mars, how many miles? They're talking about, I'm not sure, like millions and millions of miles. It's like probably it's up or it's like this, or it's like up. I'm not sure they are going like this or they are going like up. The Mars is up there or is that going there?
I don't know, Geshe-la.
Yeah, if you don't know, I have no clue at all. So I just heard the news. So text like 7 months was like many millions of miles. I was wondering, like, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is going up straight up millions of miles, or straight going up like that? So hard to say. So then, sometimes I also do wonder what happened to these 6 celestial realms within the desire realms, according to text, is above ground, somewhere in space. Then when you think about the non-merit, so there is like, there's a lot of, all the measurement is been mentioned in Abhidharma Kosha. So then, like, how come, like, if they went like millions of miles all the way up straight, so maybe should see something. Or maybe if they went like this, they're not sure. Like, I was also wondering too. So, yeah, different realm do exist. Celestial realm do exist. I'm not asking anybody here to believe. So in my point of view, they do exist. You cannot deny them because you don't see them. Yeah, so in the West, so how many people went to search for Shambhala? Many people went expedition here, there. Some of them end up in like Pakistan, somewhere in Pakistan, somewhere they end up in somewhere, they never found one. Does that mean like anyway, I think different realms do exist. Yeah, manifestation of your mind change when that mind improve, when that mind develop, that perception, same time perception to develop. And right now, when you practice, you are trying to visualize Tushita realms. You go word by word, and the Tushita realm has been explained in the text. You read them, then you go step by step, then you're trying to visualize. You are like hearing the sound of the flower, the pond, the lake, or the trees, the bird. And it's not just the sound of bird, it's like some kind of teachings, and the lens is filled with the fragrance, then you almost like smells. Before beginning, there's no clue. Maybe you reach to the point, you almost hear the sound, and you understand the meaning, and you probably smell the fragrance because your perception changed, because your mind's been developed so much that based on that development, you see things, not hallucinated, hallucinated. And you see things, And maybe that's how you enter into different realms, realms through mental process, not like buying an airplane ticket and get visa to go somewhere. It's not like that. So if you do that, maybe then you would end up in somewhere in Pakistan or maybe somewhere in like Himalayan mountains. What?
Geshe-la, another student has a question.
No.
The question is, are you supposed to strive for enlightenment just for your own benefit? Or is the focus more on the benefit of all? And once you reach enlightenment, how are you still of benefit to the world?
Now look at His Holiness Dalai Lama, how he's benefiting the world. Look at Mahatma Gandhi, how much he benefited to the world. This is exactly how you're going to benefit. You manifest in different realm, in different form, and you lead them, guide them, group of people, so like particularly His Holiness Dalai Lama, particularly leading the Tibetan peoples into non-violence approach. Even there are so many tragic that happened back in Tibet 50, 60 years ago. Tibetan people never took like a non-violence approach to their struggles because His Holiness Dalai Lama was leading them. That's how you benefit. You talk about the basic human natures, whenever His Holiness came to the West many times, he encouraged people to be optimistic, be kind, be kind to each other, be the spreading of the message of loving kindness, compassion, and many people benefited, including myself. Many people benefited and inspired by His Holiness presence. That's exactly when you get enlightened, you manifest it in different realms. So then you benefit, through teachings, to be example, or becoming role model of peace. There's things like that. That's how you benefit. It's not like you are going to disappear, So you have more power. You can simultaneously manifest it in 100 different places. Simultaneously, you can manifest, benefit. So, okay. So that's how you benefit. And of course, so enlightenment, hoping for enlightenment. Without bodhicitta, you can achieve enlightenment. When you practice in bodhicitta, it's for all living beings. It's not just for yourself. What is bodhicitta? It's all about. The bodhicitta is all for other beings. And of course, then you are the one who's doing. You get a lot of benefit. Okay. Yeah. Simultaneously, you can manifest simultaneously. Yeah, no, I'm just say 100, but numbers much, much larger than that. You can manifest simultaneously. You can manifest as a dog or cat. Doesn't have to be always human being. You can manifest as animals, to benefit other animals. Your whole goal is just to benefit. So whatever is most needed, so based on that circumstance, then you manifest, because you are not going to come back out of force of karma and delusions. You don't have delusions. That's why you don't come back as a force of delusion, karma. You come back with aspirations, wish, out of bodhicitta. Not out of bodhicitta, but once you enlighten, out of power, you come back, you manifest. Okay? What else? What time is it now? What time is it?
There's about 10 minutes and no further questions.
So every day, all my friends, you come here Sunday. As I said, I myself trying all my best, create some merit and dedicate that each and every person, every corner of the world, whoever there might be going through physical difficulty, mental difficulty, I very much wish them to be healed. And I dedicated my merit. So then you do the same thing, Mani Mantra. It's so easy to learn. That doesn't mean, I'm not suggesting you to just recite Mani Mantra. If you want to do more practice, very good. I don't want you to end up doing nothing because, oh, this is too complicated, that's too complicated. At least do something every day. And you will benefit, you will be benefited. If you do something every day, you will be benefited, you know. So money mantra is so easy to learn. You can meditate on that, you know. So don't ever say, oh, I don't have time. It only, don't say that you don't have 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So that's almost impossible. What we do, if you don't find a 10-minute time to sit down and do something, when you're going to find time? When? Or maybe when I become human again, maybe that's wishful thinking. Maybe that could be wishful thinking. You already have human life. Why you're thinking, why you're waiting for another human life to recite money mantra? There's no, you know, so like, what other important things that we are doing? Just ask yourself that benefit this life, makes you this life happier, and it also benefit next life. What? You know. Yeah, so to need a balance, you know, to enjoy, the same time, take care your mind, little bit, take care of your mind. Every day, little bit. Don't just always just like, don't let your mind distract all the time. Probably that's not really good, you know, maybe balance. 75, 25, not like that, maybe at least 50, maybe not like, maybe 75, then maybe 25, something every day. Otherwise, this mind is not going to change. It's not going to change. No, if you don't put some effort, this is not going to change. Never been changed. There's no beginning. It's not going to change. This is the best opportunity you have, best opportunity you have to change something, to change. At least something every day. If not hours and hours, at least something every day. And end of the day, that makes you feel good. Feel like that you accomplished something, not by looking at or eating something, wearing something, going here, going there. Just in the mind, you feel like you accomplished something. So then, you know, that's a balance, you know. This is also needed. Otherwise, we have no clue. How long you are going to be here on this planet, we have no clue. I have no clue. You may have some clue. I have zero clue. You know, this could be my last day, and how I should spend. You know, so no clue. Oh. This is only matter of time. It's only a matter of time. This is mortal. This is not immortal. That's mortal. It's going to end some point. It's going to end when? No clue. Young people, you see, after a few years they die. It's not based on age, generally speaking. Yeah. Romanian automation, that needs to be think here, needs to be think. So that's based on that, at least every day, something, every day, something, every day, something. I'm not trying to make you depressed, but I'm just, this thinking will help. Those thinking will shape your life. If you think that we are going to be here forever, they are like deceiving. That thought is deceiving. There's no valid base. So then living day by day, oh, that's good thing. Living day by day, that's good thing. Not worry about too much worry of the future, not stuck with the past, not living day by day. So that you do, yesterday didn't went very well. That's not the end of the world. You can do something better today. If the today didn't go well, you can still hope if you are alive tomorrow morning when you wake, so you can still do something good for yourself. Okay, every day something. So then the money mantra is to start money mantra. Okay. So then please, all of you do the same thing, pray, pray for a better world, more compassion in the world. As people in the news, you hear all kind of problems, especially nowadays in India, so much problems, there's practically there's nothing really good to do, but just pray. Just pray. So then at least you are dedicating some of your merit for that cause. Okay? Oh yeah, so with that, so then probably we'll end the class here. So then maybe see you next Sunday. No guarantee, but see you next Sunday. Oh, okay. So now dedicated now.
May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers, first for His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Now the one for Khyentse Rinpoche, Sarah J. Jitsun, Losanda. The one who mastered speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Avatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void. Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then one for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. And of course, 7 green tar mantras for Geshe and Geshe Sangpos. Long, healthy, happy lives. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. And Namaste, have a nice journey. Samula, have a nice journey. So all of you have a nice weekend and see you next Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Geshe-la.
Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Nice
Geshe-la.
again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay, thank you, thank you.